out there, Slot Car Land. How's everybody this fine Sunday afternoon? Hope everybody's doing well. I thought we would get everybody together and we would talk about our 2023-2024 season in a whole, seeing as it's over now. Granted, we're still, the outcome of the Hopac season is still in question because they do their things differently than we are. But we'll talk about the first 3 races and we'll talk about what's coming up, and then we'll talk about our hopes for the 2024-2025 season. So, I thought we would start with Shaden first.
Why me?
Just because I wanted to. Just because I wanted to. So, let's see. You finished, what, 5th in our series, if I remember right. Oh, where's the back of the page?
Hang on a second, folks.
Technical difficulties.
We're gonna have to upgrade this book here soon.
I'm going to have to start a new one. I'm gonna make a page that I can write the points and everything on, and I'm just gonna go to work and make copies.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so 5th in the Central Washington Championship Series overall. You led the Fray points for most of the season, right?
I think
you led all of the Unlimited T-Jet season until the last race of the season when Stan brought out his killer.
Yeah.
And I think you did fairly well everywhere else too. Oh, this is after. So, Auto World. Is that the last? No. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
That is the last. No, it's not. No, it's not. 'Cause that's the last Auto World.
I finished.
So.
What side?
Yeah. So, you were Fray. You were 3rd. M Chassis, which was kind of your suckiest class. You were 6th because you have a sucky car. You finished 5th overall in Promoter's Choice, which is pretty good. And you had a killer run at the Fray in the individual.
Yes, he did.
You moved up 4?
Yeah, 4. He almost moved up 5.
5. Almost moved up 5. You missed it by 1 spot. And I think you missed it
Which was
by,
not my
it was links on the track, wasn't it? Or was it,
Um,
or by the lap? I can't remember.
No, he got picked up.
Yeah, I got picked
That's
up by,
right. He got picked up. And
He got picked up
and
during
got
a bad marshalling.
lost 1 spot, right?
Yeah.
You lost 1 spot, and that cost him the move up on that one.
He
So.
was close enough to get it. But an interesting fact about his run at the Fray, in a gutter lane, he was legitimately, I am not lying to you, the fastest lap setter in blue lane on blue track. He was glued to the rails on that lane the entire race. Every time he was in it, absolutely glued. It was amazing to watch.
Let's see. I'm trying to find the rest of the Fray results because I'm not sure where you finished in IROC overall
I'm pretty sure I finished pretty
and
low.
where you finished in team overall. I can't tell what that was. Okay, here we go. What is IROC? You were. Where are you at?
No clue. I did not see.
I don't see you there.
Wasn't that all IROC?
This is the rest of it, I think, right here. So you were 54th in IROC, which I think you had trouble adjusting to the cars. Oh, here's the individual standing. So you were overall. Elijah was 10th.
I was
I
44th.
had a very
You
good
were
run this
40,
year.
44th, but that's out of 51. So you
And I
were.
started.
Why'd my light shut off? That's weird. Hold on, let me get it. That was weird. Okay.
Weird.
So fairly
44
decent. You did,
Starting in the 2nd main.
what?
No,
Did I
starting
start-
about 5 mains up from the
5
bottom.
mains up. Yeah,
That's
you're
where you
a ways
started.
up there.
Yeah,
so,
you were a ways up
So
there.
that was fairly well. Let's see. F40 Challenge Series. We did all 3 of those rounds.
40. I finished pretty.
You were kind of ways down there, I think, because you were having trouble
Yeah.
adapting to.
Yeah.
That that was your very first time. The very first time we were there at the Velocity Dome
Yep,
too.
that was his.
That's the first time he ever
three-
saw that track,
Yeah.
so it took him a little bit to get used to it.
It was
It's a fun track. Now
It's
it's
a-
gone.
it's
now
a-
we have a
well-
new Velocity Dome.
Well, it's close to the same, but
Yeah.
it is slightly different.
Just more smoother too.
And then you had what eighth at the Oregon Invitational? What was
Yeah,
it?
I had 8.
Eighth at the Oregon
Yeah.
Invitational out of
we had-
36 or 31?
No, 24.
24.
24.
So pretty hot there. You first 3 Hopac seasons, you were second at the first round with a borrowed car.
Mhm.
You finished kind of a ways back in the second race with your own car.
Right.
And then the third race, you were 6th or 5th?
I was 6th in the main. Yeah.
6th. So he
Sixth.
finished. It keeps trying. I wonder if it's the. I wonder if this is. It's not. It's losing contact. There. We'll put that up there. Okay. Sorry, the light keeps going out on us. Cheap Walmart stuff. So that was I would say for a young racer at your age, at the age of 14, well,
You're
13,
15.
15. Well, you started with 14. The season would have started when you were 14.
Yeah.
Yep.
He turns 15 during the season.
Yep.
So
And
I-
I turn 16 later this year.
Central Washington Championship Series. What's your hopes for this season?
For this season, I hope to be more confident with my racing and not be
You want to be more consistent?
more consistent and just a better driver overall and not get those jitters to me. Not those jitters just screwing up my racing and just be better, in my opinion.
So let's see. They're talking. So Jim's talking about doing the F40 series again this
Mhm.
year.
Yep.
I'm hoping to do a lot
He's-
better than that than last year.
Yeah, because it'll be like your 4th time at that track. So you should. I finally feel comfortable there. So you probably
Yeah.
will too.
Well, there's gonna be some adjustment to that track.
Yeah, because it is a new
the
it is a
track-
new layout.
The track length itself is longer
Oh yeah.
now.
So yeah.
But the good thing is rail height is constant along the
all the way
entire length
around.
of the
So
track.
it's going to be a little more
So
smoother.
it'll be a lot easier to get
Yeah.
lower
Yeah.
and to drive a lot more consistent laps. You're
Yeah.
not going to have surprises in certain lanes. It's going to be consistent across the board. It'll be a lot closer racing on all parts. I'd stay tuned for when we go to those later this year.
Yeah.
Probably starting in the fall, early fall for that. Maybe even one at the very end of summer. That
Maybe.
is going to be some hot racing on a new track.
Yep.
And it's going to be good racing. We're going from 3 to 4 races, and they're counting the best out of 4. So the 3 races count. You've got 1 throwaway to work with.
Yeah.
So if you have a bad day, or if you're just not able to come to one of them, it gives everybody a good chance at the championship for that race.
Okay, and then technically we still have 3 rounds left in this season's Hopac season. So what's your hope for? And we're only gonna make the last 2. We're not gonna make the first coming up because we have something a little more important than we have that weekend of the first round. But the next 2 rounds will be at
Moons.
Warren Moon's track
And-
in November, and we'll be at Andre
For the
Perez.
last-
Perez track in November. Tracks neither of us have even seen. Your car's doing better now.
A lot better.
We tuned it up quite a bit, so I think you'll be doing better. So what do you want to do in the last 2 of this Hopac season?
Well, the last 2 races, the first race wasn't really my fault. I felt like I could have done better if my car was more consistent. Last race, that was totally my fault. I'm hoping to do better in these next 2 to bump up my score and be at least on the podium of finish overall.
And then what do you want to hope for the first 3 races of next season in Hopac? You want to go in and win?
Of next season?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
No, so
Next
technically,
season.
the Hopac season ends at the start of our season, and the next one starts at the end of our season.
So you're talking about next season.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
So
I'm for that season. I'm
April,
hoping-
May, June.
Yep.
For that season, I'm hoping to at least get out of the amateurs,
And be a
which it
pro.
will be hard, but
Big
I feel
goals.
like I could do it
I think you can do it. I do.
because I'm pretty sure he's going out into the pros for this coming season.
You flatter me.
No, I think you can do it. I think you can do it next
I feel
season.
like
If
if
not-
I focus up,
If
and
not
let those
next
jitters get
season,
me.
if not next season, the next season will more than likely be a fight between you and Aiden to see who gets out. I really-
Stan,
Stan might be in the running this year.
And Daryl.
Daryl.
Don't
Daryl.
count out Daryl.
Don't count out Daryl. Yeah. So, but okay. So I really think that with the focus, we get you a better M chassis.
Mm.
You've got a really good auto world. I think you can challenge brother in that class. Frey, we got to work on your car, but I think you've got. I got to work on the WizJet builds, but you've got a really good main car. If you get your WizJet going pretty good, I think you can do good with that car. So I think Frey might have a shot. Unlimited T-Jet, that's gonna, or not unlimited T-Jet, DK4. No, yeah, unlimited T-Jet. I'm right.
yeah, you
Limited
get that.
T-Jet. I
backstraight.
think if Stan's car, I don't know if it can go a full season without burning up a motor.
We'll see how many he wants to
So
throw
I
in it
think
before
that
he
might
gives
be a
up.
fight between Stan if the car lasts, and a fight between you, possibly Aiden, possibly you. I think you're going to be working on a car here
Yep,
soon.
I've got. Yep,
And then I
plans.
think I could be in there too a little bit. Okay, DK4. We've got you. We're finally getting the weight on your car right. I think once we do that, I think your car is going to be competitive. Mine's
I hope
pretty
so.
competitive. I think that class is open to anybody right now.
Yes, it is.
That class will go to anybody in our group. I don't think there's a pure favorite in that class right now. You've won the last two
Until my car started.
until you
going.
started crapping
Yep,
out
yep.
because you lost it this year to Stan.
Yep.
But I do think that this year, with his car being up to snuff and everybody else is finally getting their weight down, I think that class could go to him, me, Stan.
Yeah.
I think,
It could
and
definitely
if
be a
and if Nick comes back, he could go to Nick. So I think
Man.
I think that class is open up for
He-
anybody.
That Nick got. I mean, the last race we had with him was at his house
On his track, and that car was
on
that car was
rails.
kill. That car was
He
killing.
knew what he
That
was
car
doing
was
with
killing.
that car, and if he comes back, that championship could
Yeah.
easily go to him.
And then the next class will more than likely be, I think it's a done deal. It's going to be BSRT, the BSRT G3s that we run in Hopac, but they'll be IMSA bodies from either the 80s or 90s GTO and GTU class. You can run any brand you want on any body clip you want. I think that's also a toss-up right now.
That could be a toss-up. A lot of our cars in the group are very consistent. We've been shown that at Hopac.
Yeah,
It
so I
is
think
very
it's-
close competition between all of us. It really just comes
And
down
if
to
we
driver
pull a couple
skill.
guys from Hopac into
Yes.
it
Yep.
could be a
We-
wild thing because we don't do AM and pro, so it'd be the pros up against the AMs, all on everybody against everybody. So
Yep.
that could be interesting. So I hope you do great. I think you're gonna do great. We get your cars working right.
It's gonna be a lot of
It's
fun.
going to be a lot of fun. So, your season, second in Central Washington Championship Series.
Yep, behind Stan.
Behind Stan.
Yep.
Third in the F-140 or second in F-140? It was third.
No. I think I was fifth in the F40 class
No.
because my middle run was really bad, and my third one, I TQ'd, but I just couldn't
So
drive.
maybe
the
it
car.
was. Maybe it was a fifth.
I think it was a
Fifth.
fifth place.
Yeah.
We can go back and we can look, but it's
It might
in the
be.
top 5. I know that. First race was absolutely amazing, especially at a time when I needed a win. Second race, I just couldn't keep it on the track proper. I
And I
had
think-
the tire issue
Oh, that's right. You had that
Mhm.
tire issue too.
that I
That's
tried
right.
to remedy with masking tape,
Right,
and,
yeah, and
all
you
it did
didn't
was
make the A that one.
no, I
You-
did not.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
a very poor run.
So
And then third race, I built an absolute rocket of a car, but I was a nice guy and gave my good rear end setup to someone else because they were struggling, and I still TQ'd, but I
And you
couldn't
made
drive
it,
it. I couldn't drive it during when the time
Yeah.
came. So next one, I'm getting my car set up for that track, and it's gonna stay that way. And I'm hoping to do a lot better next season in that one than I did this season.
And then Hopac, first 3 races, you've been top qualifier in the AM class every race.
Yes.
You won the first 2, and fourth in the last one or fifth in the last one?
Fourth. You were fourth.
I believe I was fourth.
Fourth in the last
Um,
one.
It went.
6-lane racing.
Yeah, I guess it's
It
chaotic.
got chaotic. I don't believe it was a fault of driving. I just was the unlucky
He was actually
one.
pretty good. I think you got taken out twice.
I was the unlucky one that got caught up in everybody else's crashes. It's unfortunate, but it happens. I was extremely upset in the moment, but I've let it go by this point. There's nothing I can do about it now. I've got 2 more races that I have to.
First or second? You gotta be first or second.
I gotta be first or second. I currently still lead. I've been top qualifier every time. That gives
Which
you an
yours
extra
point?
point.
That's extra points too.
That's
yeah.
an extra point each time you
So
top
if you get
qualify.
top qualifier the next 2 times and finish second,
Right.
I think if you get top qualifier the next 2 rounds, you could actually finish third. I think and still in both of those rounds and still win.
We'll see. Either way, I'm shooting for the top. My car has it for me. That is not in question whatsoever. It's just going to come down to when the time comes during race time, whether it's a clean race or if I crack,
Yeah.
which
But
I haven't previously and I don't plan on it. It's been tough and extremely fun racing with a lot of these guys in the A main.
yes, it is. It's been fun racing with all those guys over there.
It's been a nearly Yakima A main every single race. Our group is representing really good there in Hopac, and it's been an amazing time racing with those guys.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping to move out of the amateurs and challenge the pros next season.
And then Frey, at the Frey this year, you were third
yeah.
overall. Well,
No, I was
no,
fourth overall.
you were third overall in the IROC
Oh,
average.
yes.
Third
Yes.
overall in the IROC average. 13th on team day, I think, overall average.
Yeah.
And then 10th in the individual round. You made the B, went from the E to the B, and missed the A by 1 spot.
Yes.
No,
yes.
weren't you in
Behind
No,
Tony.
he was in the B. He was the last guy because he finished 10th. 8 make the A.
Yeah.
So he was the last guy not to make the A.
Right. You and Jocko didn't make it.
I
Yeah.
qualified into the E main, qualified 10th, moved through the E into the D, D to C, C to B,
And missed the A by
and
1 round.
missed the A by 1 spot. I was in the bottom, behind everybody when the B main came. The tires were starting to go. I just couldn't keep up
Yeah.
with them.
So this coming season, 2024-2025 season, you're the 2-time defending Auto World Champ in Central Washington Championship Series.
Yep.
And you won for the first time, the only person other than Stan to win the Promoter's Choice Championship this past season. What's your anticipation and you finished second for the 4th time in overall. What do you want
Right.
to do in the Central Washington Championship Series?
I
this
would
year?
like to get my first Central Washington Championship Series win for the first time this next season. As much as good as I do everywhere else when it comes to home, I'm always behind Stan. Always. And this last season, I believe, was by far the worst I have had. I had multiple car failures across
I had multiple
classes.
cars go.
The DK4 car, absolutely, it shit its pants.
I think if you could have if you could have won that championship,
Yeah.
you might have been able to beat Stan.
I couldn't.
That might have been the pivotal
Yeah.
turning point right there.
I couldn't get an unlimited T-Jet car together all season. That drove good whatsoever. For some reason, I can only get one of my Frey cars to work well at the home tracks, so that's going to be something I'm working on. But that is my anticipation, is to try and secure my first Central Washington Championship.
We already kind of talked about the F40 Championship Series, about what you want to do there. What's your goal at the Frey this year?
This next year, I would very much like to get into the A main. I have a good chance at a good qualifying position
Yeah.
because of this last year's
Yeah.
finish, unless they change it.
Unless, which I haven't heard anything different that they're going to do anything different. So,
But if it remains the same, if I get a good qualifying run, good time on top of last year's finish. I could easily qualify into the B or into the A, possibly. I would like to. I have not decided whether or not I will be going with a brand new car or an existing car with new parts.
Individual?
For individual. For team, I have more team-based goals than individual finish goals. This last year was our best year
We
yet,
finished
and we'll
7th?
yeah, we can get into that a little
I think
bit
we
later.
can get into the top 5, I think.
And then IROC, I would like to get the best adaptive driver award. I was
be the best
close this year,
Third.
third place.
And you were
Behind
only
Chad.
a point, I think, behind Chad. It was
Yes.
it was close.
And-
you
and-
could second, but between you and second was awfully close.
Right, and the interesting thing is that Chad has been that person for the past 3-ish years. I
3-4
think.
years, I think he's
So
been the
and
top driver.
this was the first time
and
he had ever
IROC.
been knocked down.
Yeah, and it was Phyllis that won.
Yeah. And then
When
next
so much.
would be Oregon Cup.
And I forgot about that.
Yes.
I forgot all about that.
Yes.
I forgot about. I was just thinking it because I know you're going to mention it. Oh, I didn't mention it because you
Yeah.
did in the Oregon Cup. You finished eighth
Eighth
overall,
He did a good job.
and then you finished. You made the A.
I made it into the A on the bottom. I was
And you
the
finished-
fourth finisher in the A,
And you finished fourth.
and
in
I
the-
finished fourth in
finished
the A.
fourth. Yeah.
Yep.
So
In the beginning of that race, I didn't think I was going to make the A. I was very excited
you
when
were-
I did.
yeah, you were like,
Um,
I'm going to make it, and then all of a sudden, oh, lo and behold, he's there.
Yep. I think it was probably the best year for car consistency across the board.
Everybody's car. Everybody had a pretty
everybody
stout
had
car
a
this year.
pretty
They had
stout
stout
car.
cars.
A lot of it came down to driver skill and tuning skill because you do get to tune them a little bit. Some things were done that I don't think we'll mention.
Yeah, I believe it too.
We can get into that another time, maybe.
Another time, another story.
But next year, I'd like to come home with that glass cup.
Bring it back to Washington so it'll be
Bring it back to Washington, and not only bring it back to Washington, but bring it back to Central
Washington,
Washington
it
for the
went
second
for
time.
the second time. Yep.
Stan won it.
Stan
the
won
first
it the
time.
first.
Stan won it the
very
first one, but that also wasn't TFX's.
No, that
That
was
was the Dash
Magna Traction.
Mondo.
No, that was second year. It's the first year were Magna Traction
Right,
cars.
okay.
And
But
he
yes,
won it with that.
I would like
second
to
year
come
was the
home.
Mondo grip.
I would like to come home with that glass cup and bring it back to Washington.
Yep.
Because 2 belong to Oregon, 1 belongs to California,
Yeah.
and 1
then
belongs to
was the
Central
Washington.
Washington.
We
Yep.
need to even the score with Oregon.
Yes, we do.
All right, so my season, third again overall in the Central Washington Championship Series. I did not win a class title this year for the first time, I think,
Since we started going
since we
hard
started
again.
out. I've won at least one class championship every year, and I didn't do it this year. I was also experimenting a lot in all classes for him in some things, just so I could get his stuff better. But I look to do way better this year, looking to have a new controller. That made a big difference for me at the last Hopac race.
Yes, it did.
So I need, personally, I need to start experimenting with newer stuff. I'm kind of stuck in the past, and I need to start doing some new things. Basically, I need to improve everywhere. I want to show better at the Fray. I want to do better in Hopac. I want to do better in our series. I want to do better at the F40 series. I've had great cars. I've had cars go bad on me the past year, kind of like he did.
Yeah.
I've lost a lot of pancake arms last year.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
man.
Yeah.
I had, I think the motor went south in the F40 at the last race because it started getting hot and then it just didn't run as fast, so that probably needs to be replaced. Hopac, I did very good at the last round with my own car with the borrowed controller. I almost made the A. I missed it by 1 spot. So I think I can do better there in the next 3 races. But I've been stuck in 3rd place in our series every season since we started it. So I was kind of relegated to wanting to win classes. Now I want a 3-way fight with Stan and my son here for the championship at the Hopac in the Central Washington Championship Series.
Yes.
Um,
To say the least, we will be doing some intensive summer training.
I want to do well at the F40 series. I think I can do well there once we get the new track learned. I'm really looking forward to going back to Mike King's house again for Hopac. I think I can nail that track with the new controller. I think I can nail that track. I love that track.
That's
I like
a fun
Darren.
track.
That's
I
a
think
fun
you'll
track.
Like, I think you'll like Darren's
I need to
track.
go to Darren's. I didn't go with them to that race, so I'm looking forward to that next season. And then Oregon Invitational, I was doing really good first round, and I fucked it up the second round, and I did better in the third round. I probably should have been in the top 5, but I effed it up in round 2. I got nervous because who I was racing with, and I just got to get to me a little bit. That's something else like him I need to work on, being more confident, more assertive especially at big races.
Yeah, it can get
I need to be more concentrated on what I'm doing and not what everybody else on the track are doing and just run my race. I can do that here, but I get to a big race, sometimes I go, I gotta do better. It's in my head that I'm on YouTube, I need to do good. And I'm like, I need to dial the expectation back a little bit. I don't think everybody out there cares how good I am on the track. I just got to do better for myself on the track, kind of thing. So, I think we're going to have a great season, 2024, 2025.
so.
We did the most races we've ever done in a season in 2023, 2024.
Ever.
They did 22 races. I did 21 races. I think that's the most we've ever done
yes.
in a season.
It
total.
has been an amazing year for slot car racing
been
for
so
us.
much
And I think I think right now, looking online, looking back east, looking where the biggest groups of racers are, I think the Pacific Northwest, and we have rumor of something that's going to happen that I think is going to make the Pacific Northwest a hot spot for slot car racing. We've
Yes.
got our series, we've got the Fozar guys in Portland, we've got Jim's F40 series, and we've got the Hopac series.
Yep.
There's some awesome racing in
There-
the Pacific Northwest right now, and
is.
there's a lot of tough racers up here, and a lot of good racers up here.
It's all across the board in the slot car world. There is hot T-Jet racing in the Northwest with the Oregon Cup getting bigger.
Yeah.
And some of the names that are coming to that race.
Yeah.
There's hot inline racing, inline motor racing,
And
magnet
Hopac.
car racing with
Hopac in the
Hopac.
F40 series.
That is a really hotbed for
That is,
racing.
we've pulled was it 30 last time too?
No,
It was
not
28.
quite.
It was 28, wasn't it? Or 29. 28 or 29.
I think it was 28. I
So
think it was-
there's
yeah.
but that's still a
It
big
was
field.
still a very good turnout this last time.
Yeah.
For sure. Sorry.
Yanni
folks.
Yanni.
Sorry,
Oh,
folks.
I'm yawning too.
Um,
It's
but
getting late in the evening.
it was definitely a hot year, and the Northwest is turning into a hotbed.
Yeah.
And we like he said, we have a very potentially big thing coming to the Northwest.
Probably one of the coolest tracks on the West Coast might be
Yep.
moving up into Oregon, and we're really excited about it. And if
Yep.
it happens, we'll take you guys
Yep.
there and show you guys what's going on
Right.
if that actually comes to fruition, which we're pretty sure it's going to. We
Yes.
just don't know when.
Yeah.
So we'll get back to you guys on
Yep.
that later.
Yep.
A couple other little news adjustments. I've looked at things live stream wise. We have 2 out of the 3 Hopac series races live streams were over 1,000 views during the live stream for 2 of those rounds. I mean, we had a ton of stuff. Also, the Oregon Invitational did a huge draw on the live feed, and I looked at like the last 3 months of my thing on YouTube. The lives from races have done better than anything else. They even outperformed a couple of the shorts, which is insane. I think we're going to start live streaming all of our races, the Central Washington Championship Series. We'll use the GoPros and tape as well to do a highlight, so we can get you guys
Highlights,
lower shots
yes.
and what, and we can get some of the crashes of the week and the speed shots we want for Saturday Speed Shot. But I think we're going to live stream every race now because they've been being a real draw. It seems to be a hit. People want to see it in real time. And I think I'll find a way to get the camera to where it can see the whole tracks everywhere. and everything. So I think we're going to start live
Yeah.
streaming all our racing.
Yep.
Both here, both the Central Washington Championship Series, and when we go to races
elsewhere.
out of town.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for that. Don't forget to check out everything on the channel. The shorts, a lot of cool stuff there. StockCarCrazy.com, a lot of great websites, a lot of great stuff there. Don't forget the merch shop. It helps the channel, helps us be able to buy more stuff to bring you guys great content. And just don't forget to explore the channel. Just don't wait for the video to tell you that there's a new video. Go in and explore the playlist. Go in and
We've
explore.
got a lot of old races.
Go and explore all the other YouTube channels I have listed on the channel. There's a lot of great people doing a lot of great content out there. And also remember to keep that pin in the slot
The wheels on the downside.
and keep racing slot cars and keep having fun. And we will catch you guys in the next video. I'm out.
But
We're out.
yeah.
See you
Bye.
later.